Before we start this video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, DoorDash, for sponsoring this video. That's a bunch of bullshit because DoorDash isn't sponsoring for shit. The only reason why I'm wearing this shirt is because I have like about 4 shirts. 2 of them are in my car and I'm too lazy to go get them. The third one, I have no fucking clue where it's at. And the fourth one, that was the last one that I had in my closet. So, bear with me, people. Bear with me. So, I have great fucking news. Guess who's getting married? That's right, someone out there is getting married. I've been mentally preparing myself for this day since 2012. I thought I'd be ready, but I guess I wasn't, because when I saw the news that this woman was getting married, and not with me, I started crying. Fucking A. So, back in 2012, I was living in Tennessee, and there was a moment in my life where everything was just going to shit. Basically, everything. At school, I was constantly getting in trouble. It seemed like every other week they would call my mom, telling her, hey, you need to control your fucking son. I was having bad grades, bunch of D's and F's, and then at home, I would constantly have fucking arguments with my family. So just in overall, I was just having a pretty fucking, bad fucking time. And during that time, my family would go to these assemblies that were part of this Christian organization. And different counties within a region would go to this assembly. And this assembly in particular would be down in Georgia. So you had different counties from Tennessee going to Georgia, and then you had people from Georgia going to this assembly. So like about 4,000 to 5,000 people would gather in this assembly. And during the time where like 2 weeks before we went to this assembly, one of our brothers told us that we weren't going to have our meetings in, where we typically had them, because we were thinking about remodeling the building. So we were going to have our meetings in Dandridge, which was like in another county. And everybody was happy. They were like, oh my gosh, we're going to meet new brothers and sisters. God is good. God is good. That kind of shit. So it's our first day in this assembly, right? And my family's trying to find seats, just kind of following them around, just minding my own damn business. I'm just looking around, getting familiar with my environment. And then I come across this girl. And when I see this girl, I was like, holy fuck. I've never seen such a beautiful woman before. Holy fuck. And I couldn't stop staring, I was just there staring at her. And then finally my family was like, hey, what are you staring at? I'm like, nothing. Like, okay, well, help us find seats, okay? Don't get lost. Come on. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, right? So we finally find seats, and like 2 rows ahead of us, I see this girl again. I was like, oh, Jesus! This is a fucking sign from up there, man. This is the fucking sign. I don't know what kind of sign this is, but this is a sign. And so during the whole fucking assembly, I was just basically staring at her. I'm like, God damn! And there would come times where she would also look around, and she would sometimes see that I was staring at her. So I was just like, oh shit, just look away, look away. And I finally had lunch, and during lunch, I would go and find my friends so, we could just walk and talk, just to see how our trip went and all the shenanigans, right? So during the time we were walking around, I would also notice that this girl would also walk around, so we would constantly fucking, run into each other. And like during a few times where we run into each other, I started to notice something. I'm like, it's either me or something's going on between us, So 2 things came across my mind. It's either A, we're fucking telepathically telling each other that, we like each other, or she just wants to know why the fuck I keep on staring at her. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with the first one. I'm gonna go with the first one because I don't want to think that I'm freaking her out, okay? And finally, it was like the last day of this assembly, and I was like, you know what? I have to know who the fuck this girl is. I want to know if she lives, in Tennessee, or if she lives down here in Georgia. I just want to know, at least what's her name. So I had 2 options. Either A, I can grow some fucking balls and go and talk to her, or B, I can take a risk and ask my friends if anybody knows her. But then yet again, if I ask my friends, they're gonna ask me, why do you want to know? So what the fuck was I gonna tell them? Oh, because, I like her? Fuck, you can't be telling that shit. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna ask my friends to see if anybody knows her. I asked my friends, and one of my friends said, yeah, I know her. Actually, my sister and her have actually hung out before. So, does she live in Tennessee then? Yeah, she lives in Tennessee. Get the fuck out of here. Really? Yeah, I'm actually friends with her on Facebook. Really now? Show me, bro. I don't fucking believe you. Show me. You know, he pulls out his phone and he shows me that they're actually friends on Facebook. I'm like, holy shit. And let's call this girl Sandra Sanchez. So I'm looking at his phone. I'm like, okay, it's Sandra Sanchez. Okay, all right. I'm gonna send her a friend request. I get home and I send her a friend request, and I'm calling her to check my phone to see if she accepts it. Finally, I actually receive a notification from Facebook, and there you go. She fucking accepted my friend request. I'm like, let's go! Let's fucking go, my brothers and sisters! I was like, okay, now what? I did not think this through. I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? I'm like, fuck it, just send her a message. Do you think she's not gonna reply to you? So I send her a message. I'm like, hey, how you been? And she replies like right away. I was like, oh shit! She replied, oh my mother, oh Jesus. So, you know, we started talking here and there, and, you know, and I asked her, you know, do you live down in Tennessee or do you live here in Georgia? Because, you know, I saw you in that assembly, you know, and I'm pretty sure you also saw me too, you know. So, and she told me that she lives here in Tennessee. I was like, oh Jesus, man, this is going way too fucking good. I was like, okay, what congregation do you go to? And she tells me that she goes to Dandridge. Oh, my mother. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Then I was like, whoa. You mean Dandridge, like, Dandridge? Like, did you misspell something? Because my congregation is going to go to your congregation, like, within the next week. Are you sure you didn't misspell anything? Or are you sure that you know which congregation you go to? Yeah, matter of fact, I think that your congregation is going to come to ours, isn't it? That's exactly right. That's exactly what the fuck's going to happen. I'm telling you, this is a fucking sign that we were meant to be together, you know? So we started going to their congregation, and we went there for like about 3 months or so, and not once did I ever talk to her in person. Not fucking once. The only time that I talked to her was like on the last day. And the only thing that I did was I went up to her, I shook her hand, and I told her, I hope you have a good day. I never grew the fucking balls to have a conversation with her in person. But we still kept on talking, and the more that we talked, the more I started to notice some things here and there. One of the things that I noticed was that she was very fucking smart. I think she was taking all AP classes, and she was very close with her family, which was totally the opposite of me. So I was like, well, I don't want her to think that I'm a piece of shit, that I don't have my shit together or anything. I want her to think like I'm a mature son of a gun. So I started getting good grades. I started getting good grades at school. I started behaving right. And at home, I just started helping around the house, I guess. And then finally, one day, we told each other that we like each other. Which is fucking great. Because not only has she helped me get my shit together, but now she also likes me too. It's like a win-win situation for everybody, I guess. We started going out and our conversations tend to last longer. We were like, what, talking till like 2 in the morning or so? We started going out and, you know, we started to have longer conversations until like, what, 2 in the morning? Everything was just going too fucking good. Too fucking good. Until one day, I started taking a shower. I started taking a shower and I started having shower thoughts. And I'm thinking to myself, you do realize that whatever the fuck is going on between you guys is going to end. You do realize that, right? And we're like, yeah, I do realize that, but I'm going to try to do my best that I can in order for us to last, you know, forever, basically. I'm like, you know, no, that shit is not going to happen. Just break up with her first before she breaks up with you. Because we live in a society where whoever breaks up first can wear that as badge of fucking honor. You don't want her having that fucking badge of honor. You need to fucking have that badge. Okay? So you can wear it with fucking honor and pride. You'd be like, I broke up with her first. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I can give a fuck about that badge. I'm like, no, I'd rather fucking live with me knowing that I tried my best to, you know, make this relationship last than me living with this fucking badge of honor that I can give a fuck about. Fine, do whatever you want. So time passes by and one day I get a message from her saying, hey, we need to talk. fuck has anybody started a conversation by saying, hey, we need to talk, and it has ended up with a good outcome? When? Fucking never. Never. So I was like, I have two options right here. Either A, I can reply right now, or B, I can reply tomorrow, because if I reply tomorrow, technically speaking, we still lasted one more day together. Because I already know that this conversation that we're about to have, she's gonna end up breaking up with me. So I'm like, you know what, just reply tomorrow. But then I was like, no. For once, grow some goddamn balls and face the consequences. Why are you gonna drag this out? Sooner or later, she's gonna break up with you. Just get this over with. I was like, fine. I reply. I was like, hey, what do you want to talk about? And she replies, well, I've been thinking about us, and I think it's best if we break up. And when she said that, for some reason my mind just went funky blank. It just went blank. I didn't know how to reply. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle the fucking situation. Such a reply by saying, okay. That's all I said. Okay. And then she replies, do you at least want to know why I'm breaking up with you? Yeah, that would, I would highly appreciate it. Yeah, can you please tell me why? And then she tells me, well, the reason being is because I don't feel right. My conscience is bothering me whenever I go out there and I preach. I go out there and I tell people that, they need to, do things the right way, while I'm over here breaking the rules. Because as you know, we ain't supposed to be dating, really. Because when people go into a relationship, they go into a relationship with the mentality that, you're gonna, end up getting married. And honestly, right now, I don't feel like that's the right moment. So, maybe later on down the future, we can give this another try. Fine, I understand. If this is bothering you, then okay. Later on down the future, we can give this another chance. And then she replies by saying, "Hey, I hope this doesn't affect our friendship because I really enjoy talking to you and I really enjoy being your friend. So I hope this doesn't affect any of this. Okay?" I'm like, no problem. I get it. If you want to be friends, that's great because I actually enjoy talking to you too. So, I wish you the best of luck. And then she replies by saying, well, I'm going to bed. I hope you have a good night. When she said that, it pissed me off so fucking much. Because I'm like, how the fuck are you going to tell me that you're going to go to bed when it's around 10:30, when we used to have conversations that would last until like 2 in the morning? How the fuck are you going to tell me that? Huh? But I'm like, I understand. Why the fuck would you want to keep on talking to somebody that you just broke up with? I totally fucking understand. But at least tell me that you're going to go take a shower or you're going to go take a shit or something like that. Don't fucking tell me that you're going to go to bed when you ain't going to go to bed. Shit. We kept on talking here and there until one day we stopped talking in general. Years passed by and I started working in this construction place. And in this construction place, it was basically composed of brothers from Dandridge and brothers from my congregation, so we basically knew each other. One day I was working, and one of my coworkers comes and asks me, "Hey, is it true that you dated Sandra?" I'm like, "Yeah, I dated her. Why?" "Well, because she tried to hook up with me, but I told her no." Why'd you tell her no? "I told her no because I'm looking for a woman who is responsible and mature, and honestly, I don't even think that she knows how to make a tortilla." "Okay, did you tell her that?" "Yeah, I told her that, and this is what she told me. She told me that whenever you dated her back in the day, that you were a bad boyfriend. You yelled at her and you mistreated her. Is it true?" "No, it fucking ain't." "Yeah, that's what I thought. But here's the thing, I also heard this. I also heard that the guys that she tried to hook up with and that you knew, she used the same thing. She told them that you were a bad boyfriend." So when he told me that, it really hurt. It really fucking hurt because I'm like, when I try to when I was with her, I tried my best to be the best boyfriend that I could possibly be. I tried to do everything I try to do everything to make her happy and everything, and then she's gonna go around telling people that I mistreated her just so she can hook up with those guys? Are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me right now? You know, and honestly, if she's happy with him, good. I hope they have a good marriage. I hope that guy doesn't treat her bad and yells at her and mistreats her and all this fucking bullshit. But all bullshit aside, I really do hope they have a good marriage. And, you know, what can I do by now? You know, it's over. It's done. It's a done deal. It's over. But anyways, thank you guys for hearing me out and watching this video. And I will see you next week.